Yes! Yes! Sheesh! Ang galing ko talaga. Champion na naman.
Galing mo ah!
Ang angas kasi na itong bagong MSA laptop ko, kuya. Feel ko, andun talaga ako sa game.
Sus! Wala sa pana yan. Nasa Indian yan.
Ha? Sige nga. Try mo.
Sige nga.
Sabi sa'yo eh.
We are DEGAS, and we are a school for digital entertainment and gaming arts. We offer an off-school, long-term, structured learning program that promotes continuous and progressive skill development with drawing as a medium. Beyond the structured learning program, we want to develop and nurture the natural inquisitiveness, creativity, and capacity to collaborate in all our students through consistent and constant exploration of new ideas and methods. This is our mission, to nurture the crucial life skills that will determine success. We talked to people young and old, and they told the same story. As children, our interests lay in playing games with stories that unfold as we go along, with friends and with dolls and action figures. We made things with building bricks. We loved drawing. But over time, these disappeared from our lives because they were not encouraged, guided, or nurtured. After we graduate, we realized that these interests and activities are the expressions of creativity, initiative, curiosity, fearlessness, collaboration, and imagination. These are all key elements to success, ones that companies look for in their employees. These are the elements that we have incorporated in the structured learning program of DEGAS. By guiding students in art, we mean to enable everyone to start exploring, to ask questions about pursuits and disciplines like visual arts, graphic design, animation, and storytelling. We do this by providing the structured program. Gabais, the mentors in the art journey of a student, will provide the technical art skills and the game activities that students will tackle as teens. What they learn from the gabay, they will have to apply in the games that will have them solving challenges. The workbooks, in turn, will allow students to practice these skills at home on their own pace and time. Art is our medium, but beyond art, we use the elements of success to steer the development of our students into what matters the most, becoming happy, well-adjusted, and holistic people. That is who DEGAS, the Digital Entertainment and Gaming Art School, is. A fun way to nurture crucial life skills through a structured learning of art.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kat Hernandez. Welcome to the UnCapped Potential podcast. This podcast is about continuous conversations about continuous improvement. And tonight, I'm so excited to talk to one of the best teachers you can have in illustration. And he is the CEO of DEGAS, or Digital Entertainment and Gaming Art School. He's none other than Ronan Espinueva.
Hi everyone. Hi Cap. Good evening everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Always. Pag ikaw yung kausap ko, ang dami ko natututunan and masarap kang kausap palagi. So before anything else, Ronan, can you introduce yourself muna sa mga baka hindi pa nakakakilala sa'yo?
Okay, so sa mga hindi pa po nakakakilala sa akin, I am Ronan Espinueva from DEGAS, or the Digital Entertainment and Gaming Art School. And our mission is to nurture the creative spirit in everyone through a platform of art instruction. So we teach technical crucial and technical skills rather, technical skills and crucial life skills. So yun yung ano. So one of the things that we actually like doing and nurturing and fostering is actually yun nga, continuous improvement and continuous development through curiosity.
You mentioned about life skills. Ano ba yung important na life skills sa sinasabi mo?
So, yung important life skills na sinasabi ko, these are actually what we call or what we know as soft skills. The ones, yung skill sets na hinahanap ng mga employers. So, if you're ever in corporate management or you've ever been up for promotion, you've probably have heard of this term, soft skills. Yun yung sinasabi nila na yung nakakatawang lagi ko naririnig is ang empleyado, when it comes to soft skills, either they have it or they don't. Yun yung naririnig ko na ano. And kami, we beg to disagree na it's not entirely true. However, the development of life skills kasi, the soft skills or the crucial life skills like curiosity, perseverance, effective communication, being able to communicate and play well with others, work well with others, teamwork, lahat nun. Even leadership, even qualities of leadership, these are actually things that can be trained and can be nurtured. However, it takes time and effort to do that. Well, meron mga taong, I guess, masasabi mo born with it, yung sinasabi ng born with it. Kami sa DEGAS, hindi kami naniniwala na may taong wala ito. Lahat ito na to train, and we can always improve, we can always get better kahit naturals tayo. Pwede pa rin maging better sa larangan ng soft skills and crucial life skills.
I've read several books and listened to several mga gurus. Ang sinasabi nila usually kasi parang di ba meron tayong strengths and weaknesses nga.
Yes.
So, what if weakness mo yung isang soft skill? Ang sinasabi nila kasi, parang instead of strengthening it, i-outsource mo na lang sa iba. Work on your parang improve your strength na lang. Kasi wala namang nangyayari sa sa weakness mo, parang kung mag-improve ka, ilang percent na lang yung konti na lang eh. So, what can you say about that?
Ako, when it comes to that, I'm going to be very honest and say na may point yung mga guru and the business mavens and the business experts who say this, But that's not to say na ililimit na natin yung sarili natin, because it is true that you will never be 100% proficient in 100% of the skills 100% of the time. Kunwari ako, magaling akong magsalita. Pero hindi ko sinasabi na ako yung best na teacher sa team namin. For example, hindi ako ang head teacher sa DEGAS, for example. There actually is there's a Gabay Lee who is the expert when it comes to education, and sa kanya ako nagde-defer. So any excellence or any skills that I may seem to possess is actually because I listen to people who are better at something, and I actually defer to their knowledge. I try to learn as much as I can from them. But the thing is, yun nga, hindi rin ako agree na dahil hindi na natin kayang gawin ng isang bagay, hindi na natin gagawin. I also believe that we have to know just enough of what someone does in order for us to communicate and understand them effectively. Kasi, agree, right? Kasi kunwari, for the graphic artists and the graphic designers na nanonood ngayon, for example, magaling kayo sa graphic arts, magaling kayo sa design. And you're not necessarily the same person, by the way. Sabihin na natin na dalawang disparate na magkaibang tao kayo. You have an artist, you have a designer, and you have a copywriter. Yung classic team classic three-man cell ng isang ahensya. Diba? So, kunwari, if you don't know enough about copywriting, that you understand the process of your copywriter, hindi nyo maiintindihan yung ginagawa niya. You will not be able to create designs around the copy. You will not be able to create graphics around the copy. And the copywriter will also not be able to create copy based on the initial vision and design of the designer and the graphics na ginagawa ng graphic artist.
Oh.
Right? Kasi not enough yung knowledge niya. So, is it fair for us to say na you're never going to be the best at everything? Yes. But should that stop you from learning about other things? That's where I have to say no. Wag kayong magpapalimit na nobody should allow themselves to be limited na okay, hindi ko kayang gawin ito so hindi ko na siya aaralin. Aralin mo. Know enough to communicate effectively with others. Makuha mo rin yung kiliti nila. Speak the jargon. Be part of the culture. And malay mo, baka talent mo rin pala siya, hindi mo lang alam.
Pwede.
You'll never, we can never tell something.
Pero gabay Ronan. Ganda pakinggan meron ka bang weakness dati na talagang na-improve mo? Can you think of a weakness na you were able to improve?
Usapang weakness ba?
Parang sagot mo, wala. Wala akong weakness.
Ito. Narinig mo ako sinabi ko about 5 minutes ago, 5 long-winded minutes ago na sinabi ko na expertise ko magsalita, di ba? Magaling ako mag-present. Magaling akong humarap sa crowd, magsalita, humawak ng microphone, magsalita, magpatawa. So, skill set na mahina ako dati. Kung babalik tayo about 13 years ago, mahina ako sa presentation. Mahina ako magsalita. Okay, so story time. Just to give you an example, hindi ito yung fake na, hindi guys, hindi ba ako magaling? Hindi. Real talk to, kahit tanungin yung dati kong boss. So kinuha akong applications engineer ng isang IT distributor company.
Okay.
They got me by dint of experience. Meron na, maganda to, nakapag-training siya sa 3D animation software. So pwede natin siyang gamitin. Sabi. So sinabi sa akin ng boss ko, madali lang. Okay, dahil applications engineer ka, you're supposed to be the subject matter expert. And you already know about the software. So it shouldn't be a problem for you to talk about the software in front of a client. Sabi niya. And bibigyan pa kita ng bonus. Hindi ikaw ang magbe-build ng deck mo. Bibigyan ka na namin ng deck. Imo-modify mo na lang. Which is sa mga nagpe-present ngayon at sa mga gumagawa ng decks is the dream scenario, right? Na andun na yung skeleton mo, ilalagay mo na lang yung pangalan mo. So heto ako. After 1 week, boss, okay na ako. Pwede mo na akong iharap sa kliyente. Pinarap niya ako sa kliyente. And susubukan ko, nung nag-present ako, good afternoon, sir. I am Ronan, and I am going to be talking about the 3ds Max design solution and how it will help your business. My first slide is a case study that says Company A has 47 clients and has a workforce of only 5 people. They specialize, so gets mo yung yun? Now, there were 3 case studies in the deck. Binasa ko word for word lahat ng 3 case studies sa harap ng kliyente. And yung itsura ng boss ko, alam mo yung in all confidence niya kung pinakilala, shake hands and everything. Alam mo yung paliit siya ng paliit dun sa corner na, oh my God, what's wrong with this guy? So, long story short, weakness kong magsalita. Weakness ko talagang mag-present. Anything like this. Actually, kung sasabihin mo, tatanungin mo ako ngayon, magaling ka na, oo, pero ito na ba yung pinakamagaling mo? Hindi pa rin. Pumapalpak pa rin ako. Nagkakamali pa rin ako. I still commit a lot of mistakes. I still have a lot of faux pas. And yun nga yung na continuous improvement and continuous development, continuous learning is crucial. Kasi, yun nga kasi even if magaling ka na, hindi nangangahulugan na, wow, sa galing mo, wala ka ng ibang matututunan kasi nasa tugatog ka na. There's no such thing. Hindi
Pero,
yan.
ewan ko ito, kasi hindi ako naniniwala eh. Hindi pa rin ako naniniwala na hindi ka magaling magsalita nun. Hindi kaya kabado ka lang nung time na yun?
Kabado. Ito yung dito papasok yung madalas nating mabasa na uso ngayon yung Dunning-Kruger effect.
Okay.
Yung ako kasi when I get asked by people na magsasalita din in front of crowds, kinakabahan ako baka ako matisod, baka ako magkamali. Okay. Ang unang sasabihin ko is crucial na kabahan ka. Sinasabi ko. Because that's the only way that I can tell na naghanda ka. Kasi iniisip mo kung tama ba yung ipinaghanda mo or hindi. Noon, remember yung sinabi ko, after 1 week sinabi ko, boss, okay na ako. Pwede mo na akong iharap sa kliyente. Dunning-Kruger effect. I was so ignorant of what I had to know and what I didn't know that I was confident na yung meron na ako ngayon, okay na ako. I can fly by the seat of my pants. Sabi ko na. Anyway, which once again, nangyayari pa rin sa akin hanggang ngayon. So, nag-aano pa rin talaga yun. Hindi siya kaba. More like overconfidence, unwarranted overconfidence is the, pag every time I'm super confident in something na I start listening to other speakers and I start saying, hindi magaling. Actually, warning sign na dapat warning na sa akin yun na hindi ako naghahanda para sa gagawin ko. Mas nakikinig ako, mas pinapansin ko yung iba. Dapat para sa akin wala akong oras na mamaril ng kapwa ko. Dapat tinitingnan ko kung saan ako pwedeng matuto sa kanila, saan ako pwedeng mag-improve, and how can I make a better presentation, not better than theirs, but better than the last one that I made. Kasi, again, yun nga, hindi ako naniniwala na hindi ako pwedeng matuto sa ibang presenters, hindi ako pwedeng matuto sa mga ibang tao. Hindi totoo yun. Natututo pa rin ako kung kani-kanino, kung saan-saan, kung kahit kailan, sa kahit anong bagay.
So, naalala ko, pareho tayong naging speaker sa event, di ba? One time. Hindi mo naman siguro sinabing wala to. Ako naman, di ba?
Ikaw nauna nun. Actually, during that talk, it would be very interesting for you to know na di ba nga sinabi mo, ang ganda ng slides mo, Ronan, ang ganda ng One thing that I did learn from you is to keep a presentation as concise as possible then. Which is actually why meron din akong, nung hiningan mo rin ako ng talking points ko for today, napansin mo, ginaya ko yung 3 talking points mo.
Okay.
Right? Kasi like I said, there's no such thing as me never learning from a previous speaker. But, well, that's not entirely true. Most of the times, natututo ako sa ibang speakers na kasabay ko. Every once in a while, nadadala ako ng yabang ko. Alam mo yun, sometimes talaga, I can't help but pat myself in the back. And that's when it becomes disastrous for me. Kasi hindi ako nag-improve, hindi ako natuto, hindi ako nakinig sa ibang tao. So nung tayo, nakinig ako sa iyo, I picked something up from you.
Good to know. Kinilig naman ako.
Pero totoo yan. Kasi, di ba? I have 3 talking points ngayon. I limited myself to the 3 talking points.
Okay. Power of 3. Yung tawag ko doon, power of 3. Sobrang favorite ko yun. Sobrang favorite ko yung pattern na yun. So yung ginagamit ko lagi, power of 3. Parang even sa nung nag-talk ako sa isang best man ako, so sa wedding ng best friend ko. Power of 3 lang. Wala akong binabasa. Parang nasa utak ko lang yung tatlong focus ko na sasabihin. So, ganun lang.
And then you
So,
elaborate.
hindi ako madaldal pero
Oo.
dahil sa mga pattern na inaral ko, kahit pa paano nakatulong siya. Tapos yung kasabay ko noon, yung maid of honor, 'di ba?
Oo.
Siya, doktor. Pero grabe may binabasa na parang
Yeah.
parang ang gulo-gulo tapos basta ayun, so wala. The best
So,
yung power of 3. Powerful, very powerful yung power of 3.
Power of 3. So, yung pala yung tawag doon. So,
Oh.
I'm actually going to involve ako. Isusulat ko rin yun.
Si John pala sabi, listening while working from Cagayan de Oro City, the dirty south.
Oh,
Hi,
hi,
John.
John.
Si John if I'm correct, John, ka, di ba? Parang sa web design, web developer ka. So, I've seen your work and galing. And I think, ikaw yung nag-comment dati na gusto mo rin maging guest or co-host one of these days. So, I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Kaya sabi ni Hero, required ba na nakasombrero para maging good looking? Hi guys.
Required sa akin kasi yeah.
Uncapped.
Uncapped.
Oh.
Napakaliwanag ng future sa uncapped potential. Literal, guys. Hi, Master Hero. Gusto ka na?
Si Hero, may kaka-close lang na client So, ayun na. Alam na this. Makikita tayo, Hero, soon. Ayan. Pero ito rin usually kasi ito yung napag-uusapan natin Gabay Ronan.
Yes, sir.
About practice. Parang usually naririnig ko sa'yo every day or basta regular practice. So,
Yes.
What can you say about it?
Ako, what can I say about regular practice, everyday practice? I believe in it. It's what I always tell the students. Then, when it comes to drawing, for example, usapang drawing, usapang illustration. Right? A lot of people will say how often should I be drawing? How much should I be drawing for me to be able to say that I'm a good artist, that I'm good at drawing, that I'm doing the right amount of practice. And ako, sasabihin ko, maraming sources dyan na nagsasabi. May nagsasabi 2 hours. You should be drawing at least 2 hours. May nagsasabi
Per day
Per day yun.
Okay.
You should be drawing at least 2 hours. You should be doing no less than 5 studies, mga ganun sila. And yun nga, I'm not going to disagree with them because that's their method. May kanya-kanya silang teaching method. Ako, 15 minutes every day. You set aside time. You empty yourself. You empty your mind of everything else that you think you have to do, that you think that you have to focus on and pay attention to. Pick up a pen, pick up a pencil, get a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be a clean sheet of paper, by the way. And just apply pen to paper, pencil to paper, draw whatever, write. Ang pinaka-drawing mo, do-drawing mo, susulat mo lang yung pangalan mo ng paulit-ulit or magdo-doodles ka lang. Do it. Practice. Kasi the only way that we can actually get better is walang shortcut sa skills. Nobody is born with talent. Hindi ako naniniwala sa talent. Hot take. I do not believe in talent. Hindi ako naniniwala, wow, pinanganak na magaling mag-drawing. Siguro kasi kaliwete ka, yung mga ganun. Kasi kung totoo yan, bakit ang dami magaling mag-drawing na kanan, na right-handed? Mas magaling sa akin, definitely mas magaling sa akin, pero right-handed sila. Ako, dito, naniniwala ako sa inclination. Yung mga tinatawag nating taong talented, may inclination sila, may interest sila, talagang interesado sila sa isang bagay. So gagawin nila araw-araw yun. Like yung magagaling mag-drawing, di ba? hindi sila magaling mag-drawing kasi pinanganak sila na magaling sila mag-drawing. Magaling sila mag-drawing kasi mahilig silang mag-drawing. Yun yung talent nila. Yung talent nila, everybody is born with the same talent to practice. You can practice. You can have the inclination. Inclination says how often you will practice and for how long. But that's about it. In the end kasi, kung kunwari ako, may inclination ako mag-drawing, pero every 15 minutes, every day lang ako nag-draw. Pero ikaw, wala kang inclination, pero sinabi mo sa sarili mo, okay, gusto kong gumaling, gusto kong, naniniwala ako dun sa sinabi ni Ronan, pero gagawin ko 20 minutes. Kasi may 20 minutes ako in the day to set aside. 20 minutes yung break ko eh. Sino mas magaling sa ating dalawa in the long run?
Sino?
Diba? Matatalo mo ko. Mas marami ko kasi.
Kahit 5 minutes lang. Kahit 5 minutes. Pero, kasi pag tinotal mo yan ng 1 year, di ba? Ilang ano yun? Ilang minutes yun? Hindi ko na mabilang.
Hindi mabibilang na minutes yun. Kasi it's in those minutes, it's in those times na nagpa-practice tayo. Doon tayo nagkakaroon ng breakthrough. Doon lumalabas yung breakthrough. Yung paulit-ulit kang nagdo-drawing ng bilog until finally, ay, kaya ko na pala. Paulit-ulit mong dinodrawing yung crush mo until finally, ay, ganito pala yung tamang angulo. Or, ay, hindi ko na pala sa crush. Yung mga breakthrough, pag natututunan natin about ourselves, nakukuha lang natin during these moments of introspection. And yun nga, that's what practice is. It's really just you focusing time on yourself. Yun.
Kinumpit ni Hero. Thank you, Hero. So 20 minutes per day, 365 days per year is 7,300 minutes per year.
Yep. That's 7,300 minutes per year. Doesn't sound like a lot in a day kasi but yet, right? Ang laking ano niyan. In the end, the person, balik tayo, si Bruce Lee na ang nagsabi na I do not fear the man who knows 1,000 kicks. I fear the man who knows one kick and practiced it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Sobra. Gustong-gusto ko yung sinabi ng yan.
Ni Bruce Lee na. Because if anything, if you develop the muscles for it, then you'll be better at it than I am.
Kinompute ko 121 hours ang 7,300. Diba?
Yeah.
Ano pa rin? So dapat ba yung 15 or 20 minutes, dapat ba meron kang dinadagdag or ini-improve? Parang, or okay lang na parang kumari, bilog lang ng bilog. Bilog lang ng bilog.
Meron ka bang nadadagdag or na i-improve? I would say yes and no to that.
Okay.
lang yatong kalbong ito sasabihin mo eh. Evasive sumagot eh. Pero yes, in the sense na dapat meron ka talaga na i-improve because yun nga, like sinabi ko, sarili mo yung ini-improve mo eh. So dapat meron kang takeaway dyan sa 15 minutes mo na yan. Oy, at least nakatapos ako ng 50 bilog dito sa 15 minutes na to. Or yung drawing ko na inumpisahan ko last week, nadagdagan ko na ng kaunting parts niya. May paa na, kunwari na gano'n. Kasi gano'n ako mag-drawing. Pero the part where I say no is that little voice. I say no to that little voice at the back of everyone's head. Now, because I'm doing this to improve, I have to drastically improve every day that I do this. Kasi di ba, madalas nating marinig din, if you're doing something and you're doing something paulit-ulit and parang hindi ka naman nag-i-improve, that's madness. Yung sinasabi nila, right? But sabi ni di ba, ito si Einstein yata yung naano dyan. But it's also something that pa rin, I'll still point to the scientific community. But doing things over and over and over again until you see a difference is literally the definition of lab trials.
Mm.
It's
Tama.
it's the definition of experimentation. You do things over and over, you tweak some things na tinitingnan mo kung magkakaroon siya ng variance, and it's that variance that tells you whether it's a science or not, whether it's something na established or not. If there's no variance, then it is what it is. If there is variance, then it bears further study.
Mm.
But when it comes to self improvement, continuous self improvement, marami kasi ang nagko-quit, not because they don't have the inclination, not because they don't have the time, not because they don't have the desire. A lot of people quit because after a month they are still closer to how they drew on the first day than they are to the artists who have been drawing for years.
Mm.
Na-frustrate sila, bakit hindi pa ako ganun kagaling? Well, they have like 7,300 minutes per year. Di ba? Brad, ang dami na nilang practice eh. Ibig ba sabihin, hindi titigil ka na?
Mm.
Para ka na sa mga tumatakbo sa marathon dyan. The moment ba na may nag-cross ng finish line, titigil ka ng tumakbo. Ayoko na, may nanalo na, uwi na ako. Siyempre, hindi. What's the point of doing a marathon if it's like that? So think of learning skills as a marathon. You're not doing it to impress others. You're doing it to show yourself that you can do it.
Mm.
Yun yung dapat markahan.
So I'm sure you really believe in continuous improvement, 'di ba? And you have students. So my question is, how do you encourage your students to have a growth mindset or para maniwala sila sa continuous improvement?
Okay, ito controversial dun sa mga student ko ito. Pag ako nagtuturo, papel lapis, bawal nilang gawin ay magbura. Bawal ang erasers. Bawal ang eraser kasi sinasabi ko sa kanila, ang ano nila is, pero tinatanong kasi nila, paano yun? Paano ako matututo na, paano ko malalaman na, paano ko makokorekt yung mali ko? Kung hindi maganda yung drawing ko, di buburahin ko yung lines. Kasi syempre, kailangan kong burahin yung line para gumanda. And what I say to the students, what I tell the kids is that, if you want to draw again, if you think that this is wonky, if you think that this is off, just draw it again. Draw it on another part of the paper. Draw it on another piece of paper. Draw it again and again and again and again. But I will never allow you to erase because para sa akin, naniniwala ako na it's very important for us to know our mistakes. Kasi di ba sabi nila, you have to let yourself make mistakes in order to grow as a person. Yes, that is true. Totoo yon. But we also have to learn from the mistakes that we make. We have to be gracious about ourselves making mistakes. Okay lang magkamali. Pero dapat din na matuto tayo dun sa mistakes natin. If nagkamali tayo, matututo ka. And kung binubura mo yung drawing mo dahil hindi ka happy, dahil you feel you made a mistake, binubura mo yung point of reference between drawing 1 and drawing 2 and drawing 3 and drawing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ad nauseam na drawings na yan. So, kung hindi mo nakikita kung saan ka nagkakamali, hindi mo na compare yung drawing 1 mo sa drawing 200, for example, hindi mo nakikita ngayon how far you've already come into the journey. Di ba sabi nga ni Gat Jose Rizal na ang siyang hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan ay hindi makararating sa paroroonan. Totoo yun. Ako naniniwala ako doon kasi kung hindi mo alam kung saan ka nagkamali. Alam mo lang na nagkamali ka. Ito, very important to kasi marami sa atin, sa mga nagtatrabaho na ngayon. Pag sinabon ka ng boss mo, usually, anong feeling ng nasabon?
Wala, bad trip or malungkot.
Di ba? Bad trip, malungkot, negative feelings. Do we learn anything out of it?
Depende. Depende sa
Di ba? Depende
sa receiver eh. Depende sa receiver.
Exactly. Depende sa receiver. So kunwari, kung yung receiver pwedeng matuto na next time hindi ko na gagawin ito para hindi na ako mapagalitan is the most next time magpiprint na ako ng resume ko kasi lilipat na ako ng kumpanya. Hindi ko makasundo yung boss ko. Mga ganun ba? Pero kung hindi rin constructive yung criticism, for example, hindi mo rin nakita kung saan ka nagkamali, yun nga, burado yung point of reference, pinamukha lang sa yung may mali ka, pero hindi sinabi sa iyo kung paano mo i-improve on that mistake. Hindi ka mag-grow. Yun yung futility. Doon nagiging futile ang practice. Doon nagiging futile ang paulit-ulit na ginagawa ng pagtatrabaho. That is because you have to, like I said, make two concessions for mistakes. Number one is you have to own up to them, and number two is you have to know what they are and learn from them and improve. Kaya, long story short, yung sinasabi ko sa mga bata, bawal magbura ng drawing. Bawal magbura. Para makita niyo sketchpad page 1 compared to sketchpad page 20. Tingnan mo, ang galing mo na mag-drawing.
Okay. Para makita yung improvement nga, no?
Yes.
Okay. Ito, si John, sinagot yung tanong ko kanina. So, yes, El Capitan, thank you. Web designer or WordPress developer but roots in graphic design pa rin.
Ooh.
I always say web design is the offspring of graphic design. No? So usually, if I'm correct, so you're doing front-end design din. Pero how about back-end? Natuto ka na rin mag-back-end siguro dyan. So, natin.
Good.
Hopefully, kung nanonood pa rin siya, sasagutin niya.
Yeah. That's a good question. Kasi back-end and front-end are two very different things from how I understand it. Both require a lot of design and both require a lot of discipline.
Coding yung isa, more on coding and all.
More on coding, yeah. Kasi yun din yung one of the funniest things din na nakita ko when it comes to product development na may front-end and back-end. Pag hindi ka nagkakaintindihan ng back-end, ito yung masaya dito kasi di ba sa project merong client, merong delivery manager, meron yung attached na product specialist na nakiki-interface dun sa client, front-end, back-end, project manager. At least 6 moving parts. Pag yung front-end and back-end hindi nagkakaintindihan kasi neither know what the other one is doing. And the project manager, and it falls to the project manager sometimes to be able to explain that, to bridge that gap. Tapos yung requirement pa nung client, hindi rin it falls to the product manager, product specialist to explain it to the rest of the team. Kahit mag-meeting kayo, kay scrums pa yan, kay hindi. Kahit sabihin natin, every daily scrum tayo, useless pag di ka nagkakaintindihan. Upuan natin ng 3 oras kada Biyernes, useless pag hindi ka nagkakaintindihan. Kung ikaw mismo hindi ka curious na, paano ba ginagawa ng code? Ano ba mag-code? Ano ba ginagawa ng back-end? Paano ba nila ginagawa? Kung hindi mo naintindihan yon, mystical yung process, wala. End of the day, failed project, tapos sasabihin mo yung back-end kasi yung gugulo. Pupuyat, hindi naman makagawa ng magandang output. Tapos makikita mo, nag-aaway na kayo sa harap ng kliyente. Oh no!
Kasi may projects kami before. Ang ganda ng front-end design. Pero hindi parang nung ginawa na ng back-end, parang ang
broken
medyo,
functionalities.
Ayoko na magsalita.
Natural yan kasi
hindi na maganda.
Oo, natural din yan kasi ang ano nila, in that case din kasi yung back end nyo rin, hindi ko naman sila hindi ko naman sila tinutulig sa or anything. Busina lang dun sa mga back end na nakatrabaho mo na. But the thing is, ganun din, guilty naman tayong lahat sa isang project of not knowing what the other guy is doing. Kasi ganun din yung kung front end does at back end is the same. Like I built the functionality and that's it. Hanggang dito na lang yung hanggang dito na lang yung gagawin ko. Hindi na ako mag-a-ask ng probing questions, wala na akong pakialam sa sasabihin ng front end, yung recommendations ng kliyente. Wala akong pakialam, basta kung sinabi sa akin, i-code mo to, sasabihin ko sa iyo kung kaya o hindi, i-code ko, bahala kayo to make it work. Bamalik, if you don't take the time then to understand kung bakit yun yung functionality na gustong i-build, bakit yun yung workflow, bakit yun yung UI at UX na gustong gawin ng kliyente, you're not going to be building a product din you have to take care na yun, di ba yung gas-gas na sinasabi, you have to understand the customer. Pero sino ba yung customer? Yun yung tanong Kasi a lot of people would think the customer is the end user nung kliyente. It's not even that. The client is a customer, but also, yung internal teams, yung mga kasama mo, customers mo rin sila.
Customer din yan sila.
You have to understand everyone in the process.
Yan yung natutunan ko before when I was still working with Unilever. Ang sabi sa akin ng boss ko nga noon, parang sabi niya, lahat tong mga ibang departments, teammates mo, customer mo, lahat yan, client mo, lahat yan. Kailangan mo silang i-support, kailangan mong intindihin. So, ayun. Tama. Agree with what you said.
Kasi kung ang sasabihin mo ang boss mo lang yung boss mo, problema yun.
Oo.
Diba?
Or client mo lang, kung client mo lang yung client mo.
Client mo lang yung client. Hindi mangyayari yun. Kunwari kasi kung focus ka lang doon sa crush ko yung nandun sa kabilang team, doon ka lang magpapakitang gilas. Hindi.
Pwede naman.
Magpakitang gilas ka. Pero yun nga yung one of the things na pwede kang magpakitang gilas dun sa crush mo, pwede kang magpakitang gilas dun sa team ng crush mo para merong naglalakad sa'yo dun sa crush mo.
Gets. I agree.
Tips sa mga nanonood na may crush dyan, magpapasko na. Alam nyo nang gagawin nyo.
Mag-drawing lang kayo.
Idaan nyo lang sa drawing lahat.
Ito, sinagot na ni John. So, HTML, CSS, WordPress, back-end page builders, and ready-made plugins, pero no programming lang kasi masakit na sa ulo yun. Pag need custom coding sa PHP and JavaScript, hire na ako ng programmer.
Tama.
Yun.
Tama.
So
yan, classic example of knowing enough of a process of what the other guy does to know when you need the other guy and how you can communicate. Kasi, di ba, kung hindi alam ni John kung ano yung requirement niya, kung anong ginagawa ng programmer niya. Sino dito marunong mag-programming? Anong language mo? C++, JavaScript? Okay, sige. Bahala na. Tapos pag andun na sa project, aralin mo to. Ito yung gustong language.
Patay.
Know enough about what the other guys do. So you can form an effective team.
So let's discuss this muna, Ronan, sorry. Yung mga comments, pakita lang natin.
Ayan.
Before, so, sabi ni John Emmanuel Hernandez Ramirez. Kapilido ko pa. I'm glad there is a group for Philippine graphic artists. Just found this group and joined weeks ago. I have a multimedia industry from full stack web dev and design, photo and video editing, VFX, linear editing, dami cinematography. To this day, the future of modern graphic artists has been greatly increased. Even AI is catching up, but still the skill set of a human creativity is unparalleled. Tama. hoping to join one of your events and discuss the advancement graphic artists industry here in the Philippines.
Ay, may niluluto na event. Malay mo, baka
Ah.
maka-event ka dyan.
Meron kaming may pinag-uusapan kami ni Ronan tsaka ni Aiza of Gap.
Yeah. The Queen of Gap has sent me to send word.
Ayan. Tapos sabi rin ni Jaime, kailangan talaga si UI UX mga collaborate sa backend para malaman if yung design is possible to build.
True.
Kailan ba nauso yung UI UX? Kasi nung time na yun, yung kinikwento ko pa, parang I don't know, 12, 13 years ago na yun eh.
Yeah.
Ko, parang hindi ko pa narinig yung UI UX nun eh, nung time na yun. Ko baka mali.
It wasn't as clearly defined pa as nowadays. Pero dati kasi actually alam mo ng UI UX noon yung wire prototyping yung mga ganun. Yung literal na dinodrawing pa yung magiging itsura ng menu, for example. Anong i-click mo, anong lalabas kung anong i-click mo.
Wireframe?
Yung wireframing na yun. Ano na yun actually, UI UX na actually yun. Front-end development na actually yun. Ano siya, 12 to 13 years ago, hindi pa yun ang tawag sa kanya, pero the idea nga was to give a name to the consideration and the study of the psychology of someone who's going to use the product. Like for example, di ba, very na sa atin kasi ngayon in the age of the smartphone, na sa atin yon, no-brainer na sa atin na di ba aangal tayo. Ano ba naman yan? 3 tap bago ko makuha yung gusto kong puntahan. That's a classic UI UX improvement. True yan na Pero actually na yun, noon nyo pag ginagawa, ngayon lately lang nagkaroon ng pangalan with the advent of mobile apps. Siya. But the UI UX has actually always been there as soon as may umangal na tao about the system.
Sa interface or sa experience.
Yeah, yun. Pinanganak ang unang biglang umusbong yung unang UI UX designer mula sa lupa.
Okay. So kailan kaya na talaga yung UI UX? Kailan siya na Kung merong may alam sa sa viewers.
Yes, please. Feel free to correct us. Please help us and feel free to correct us if may lalong-lalo na ako, feel free to tell me if kung may mali akong sinasabi. Or if you disagree or you have additional points dun sa sinasabi ko. Kasi like I said, I welcome all comments on what I say. I welcome all feedback. I like learning and I like kasi your critiques only serve to help me become a better person.
Speaking of learning, hindi ko na to natanong kanina, pero after your disastrous presentation, what did you do?
What did I do? Okay. Umanda kayong tumawa mga kaibigan. What did Ronan do during his disastrous presentation?
Or after
my disastrous presentation, I stuck to my guns and convinced myself na wala akong maling ginawa. Nanto naman to sila. Ginano ka na. Totoo, sinilisip ko sa sarili ko, nanto naman to. Sino bang expert nyo dito sa software na to? Ganun ako mag-isip. Kapal ng mukha, di ba?
Yeah. Medyo mahirap yun. Kung ako yung boss.
Di ba? Sabi ko sa haba ng PC ng boss ko eh. Alam mo yung ipinaglalaban pa niya ako na tinanong siya ng owner ng one of the owners ng company, nagtanong sa kanya, bata mo daw, hindi daw ganun kagaling. Sabi, hindi, magaling yan, matututo yan, kailangan lang yan ng time. Yun yung sinabi niya. Pinagtanggol niya ako na, sasabihin ko magiging fair ako. Kala nyo. Hindi ko sabihin yung totoo. Totoo yun. Sinabi niya yun. Ginawa niya yun. And more importantly, ginawa niya yun. He gave me the time to open my eyes and realize. I was like 23 years old then and felt that I knew everything. I was so convinced that I was so good. Because bakit? sige nga, tanggalin niyo ako, sino ipapalit niyo sa akin?
Grabe.
Yun yung mindset ko. Yun yung talent ko doon. Aminin ko. Inisip ko yun nun. Pero yun nga, you gave me the time to tapos one time, sinalang ako as a presenter na ulit ng software in front of a crowd. Naalala ko to sa Greenbelt Cinema to na yung Directors Club Cinema. Na bigla na lang naisip ko, i-liven up nga natin ng kaunti yung presentation. Imbes na magsasalita ako about the product, magpapatawa ako. Ginawa kong gawin ko kayang entertaining. I'm going to talk about the product. I'm going to talk about the software. I'm going to talk about the solution. But I'm also going to make it entertaining and interesting for them. Na hindi ko makikita yung adala nyo na, email mo na lang sa akin yan. May flyer naman kayo eh. Patawa ko na, ganun ko. Sabang tumatawa yung mga tao and everything, I walked away. I didn't read. Hindi ko na-present actually about 75% of my slides. Hindi ko present. After that presentation, my boss took me aside right then and there, right as soon as umalis ako sa harap na spotlight. The same boss took me aside and said, anong nakain mo, tanggalin mong mag-present ngayon?
Nice.
Diba? Alam, boss, naisip ko lang na baguhin. Alam niya sa akin, simula ngayon, gusto ko ganyan ka na mag-present. Yun lang.
Ganun na. Sa'yo na.
Yun na yun.
So,
of course, 18 months. 18 months bago ako umabot dun.
Pero realization, walang practice.
Realization, the practice was actually yung paulit-ulit na failure.
Okay.
Alam mo yun na sumasama na yung loob ko na may humihikab. Sumasama na yung loob ko na i-cut ka ng kliyente in front of during the presentation. Email mo na lang sa akin yan. May meeting pa ako. 15 minutes pa lang ako nagsasalita, sasabihan na ako. Sumasama na rin yung loob ko eh. No, may realization din talaga na okay, this doesn't feel good. So
18 months.
18 months.
Mahaba nga talaga yung pasensya ng boss mo.
Haba ng PC ng mama na yun, sinasabi ko na sa'yo.
Okay, ito, sinagot na tayo ni Brian dun sa tanong natin kanina. So, ito kasi UI UX to eh. So, matagal na ang UI UX. Kilala ang UI UX before as web design. Pero dahil part ito ng 21st century design at visual communication, may research ito na involvement. Yun. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Prof. Bry.
Boss Bry, so yun. Boss Bry.
Oo. Boss Bry. Prof. Bry ang tawag namin dyan eh. Prof. Bry. Oo.
Actually, sinusubukan niya akong i-invite sa mga na mag-speak din for students. Kaya very thankful ako kay Prof. Bry na naisip din niya ako.
Prof. Bry, ba't ako? Hindi mo joke lang.
Hindi ba?
Baka bolahin ko lang yung mga estudyante mo. Ito before we continue, parang gusto ko ipakita ulit yung video ng DEGAS eh. Ang ganda eh. Okay lang ba?
Sige lang, please.
Sige, wait lang.
Baka sounds family pa nga yung boses eh.
Oo nga eh. Kilala ko nga eh. Ang ganda ng boses eh.
Di ba?
Oo. Ito.
Malang TF niyan. We are DEGAS, and we are a school for digital entertainment and gaming arts. We offer an off-school, long-term, structured learning program that promotes continuous and progressive skill development with drawing as a medium. Beyond the structured learning program, we want to develop and nurture the natural inquisitiveness, creativity, and capacity to collaborate in all our students through consistent and constant exploration of new ideas and methods. This is our mission, to nurture the crucial life skills that will determine success. We talked to people young and old, and they told the same story. As children, our interests lay in playing games with stories that unfold as we go along, with friends and with dolls and action figures. We made things with building bricks. We loved drawing. But over time,
These disappeared from our lives because they were not encouraged, guided, or nurtured. After we graduate, we realized that these interests and activities are the expressions of creativity, initiative, curiosity, fearlessness, collaboration, and imagination. These are all key elements to success, ones that companies look for in their employees. These are the elements that we have incorporated in the structured learning program of DEGAS. By guiding students in art, we mean to enable everyone to start exploring, to ask questions about pursuits and disciplines like visual arts, graphic design, animation, and storytelling. We do this by providing the structured program. Gabais, the mentors in the art journey of a student, will provide the technical art skills and the game activities that students will tackle as teens. What they learn from the gabay, they will have to apply in the games that will have them solving challenges. The workbooks, in turn, will allow students to practice these skills at home on their own pace and time.
Art is our medium, but beyond art, we use the elements of success to steer the development of our students into what matters the most, becoming happy, well-adjusted, and holistic people.
That is who DEGAS, the Digital Entertainment and Gaming Art School, is. A fun way to nurture crucial life skills through a structured learning of art.
Yun.
Thank you.
So, you might want to invite the viewers sa,
Oh.
sa DEGAS. Oh.
So yeah, everybody, kami po ay open for enrollment. And if you've been listening here and you've been watching this, or you're watching this right now and this is a rerun na pinapanood mo, and it made a lot of sense. May mga sinabi kami na parang gusto mo nga yata talagang matutunan yung mga crucial life skills na sinasabi namin. You can message us at DEGAS PH on Facebook, and you can enroll with us. You can make your inquiries with us, and and we're more than happy to answer this. We're of course open to individual learners, open to groups, and we're even open to corporate clients who want to develop the crucial life skills and the soft skills na important when it comes to developing your employees.
Okay, so the website, nasa likod mo kasi.
It's degasph.com. Although the website is actually currently down. Napaamin.
Okay.
It's currently down right now, kaya nakaganyan yung ulo ko kasi talaga
Okay. So yung Facebook na lang. So Facebook and IG.
Facebook pa muna, yeah. Ako rin naman yung sasagot sa Facebook most likely. So,
Okay.
Kayo mag-alala.
Okay. Thank you, Ronan. So ang dami ko pang gustong itanong. Pero ito, nag-reply si Brian eh. Sorry, Cap. Kasi sa game industry yung tema, pero we'll invite you soon. Ano ka ba, Bri? Magaling to mag-punch out, Super Mario Brothers, Pwede ba yan? Di ba pwede yun? Double dribble, naabutan mo ba yun?
Double dribble yata, hindi ko alam. Yung punch out, alam ko na
Punch out, oo.
May kamukha
Punch out,
akong fighter dun.
Yung beses ko, sino ba Okay. Hindi na.
Alaman ng edad pag sinabi kong sino, pero
Ilang beses ko tinalo si Tyson dun eh.
di ba? Mike Tyson's punch up. Nalaman nung
Alam mo ba
panahon
kung gaano ako ka-addict dyan, hanggang ngayon memorize ko pa rin yung passcode. Ni Tyson.
Kasi
007 373 5963.
Sa mga nagtataka ngayon, bakit? Ano yung passcode na yan? Cheat ba yan? Hindi. Kasi noon, you only, kung hindi, the only way you could get to Tyson was to go through all of the fighters in one sitting. Di ba? Wala namang save noon. Hindi ka pwede mag-save. So kung gusto mong, the closest thing you have was a save was to memorize the code. Para at least pag ipasok mo yun, okay, si Solda Papinski ulit yung kakalabanin ko. Pero
sino nga ba yung kamukha mo?
Nakalimutan ko na rin yung pangalan.
Hindi ko maalala nga rin eh.
Pero meron, di ba?
Meron.
Kamukha ako sa Punch-Out. Tsaka, I think Punch-Out 2 nga yata eh.
Punch-Out 2 wala, di ko na nalaro. Yung
Ay,
one
di mo
talaga
na-
yung gusto ko yun. Si Little
Yung-
Mac. Si Little
Oo.
Cam.
Si
Ito,
Little
sabi-
Nat na ano.
Sabi ni John, naabutan ko lahat yun. Ito hindi ko familiar. Dangerous Dave? Familiar
Google nga
ka?
na. Google ko nga.
Dangerous Dave.
Dangerous Dave, Punch-Out.
Hindi, magkaiba yata eh.
Magkaiba.
Ibang game to.
Okay. Tama.
Tingnan ko. Baka kasama yan sa 101 ko.
Oo.
Na, Dangerous Dave. PC, hindi ko sumama nun eh. Family computer ako at Super NES noong time na yun.
Oo. So, ang alam ko nga lang sa PC gaming noon yung original na Prince of Persia.
Ay, parang to, yung mga Bomberman, no?
Oo.
Parang
Parang
ganun.
ganun.
Grabe yung mga games nun. Artist yung kamukha ni Ronan. Si Kim Jong.
Ay, oo. Tama.
Kahit mga mga samurai eh. Pwede eh. May kamukha ka rin eh. Oh.
Marami na nga ako funnily enough, marami nang nagkamali sa akin. Marami nga daw akong kamukha na. Like last time na nagpunta ako ng Hong Kong, ako lang yung kinakausap ng mga mainlander. Pumunta ako ng Thailand, napagkamalan akong Thai. Pumunta ako ng Australia, napagkamalan akong Chinese. Pero malupit, yung pumunta ako ng India. Naglalakad-lakad lang ako and people just assumed na Indian national din ako. Nagaling sa
Talaga?
Sikkim province. Oo.
Oh.
Mukha daw akong taga Sikkim. Hindi daw
Oh.
nila walang nakahalata na hindi na Pinoy daw ako.
Pero papasa kang Japanese eh.
Sabi nga rin
Kahit Korean eh. Kahit Korean, pwede rin eh.
Meron nga akong may tropa akong Koreano na pinsan na nga ang trato ko sa kanya na kasi nga ganun itsura na to. Kaya masyashock ang lahat ng tao pag nalaman nila kung ano talagang ethnicity ko, di ba?
So Ronan, balik tayo. Sorry. Aside from drawing, illustration, and presentation, may skills ka pa ba na in-improve mo way back hanggang ngayon? Ano pa rin talagang wino-work on mo?
Nag-work on pa rin ako, interpersonal skills din actually.
Okay.
Interpersonal skills kasi yun aminin ko, when I was younger, well, evident naman dun sa story ko, di ba, na may pagka-cooks, may pagkamayabang ako. Hanggang ngayon naman, mayabang pa rin ako. Pero, alam mo yung ayaw kong hindi, masyado nang magaling, hindi na natututo sa ibang tao. Ganon ako noon, yun na, natututo ako sa interpersonal skills na natututo ako to listen to what is being said to me rather than to hear what is currently being told. Parang yun nga yung sinasabon kunwari. Noon, kung sinabon at age 23 at sinabon ako at sinabon mo ako, yun nga, defiant ako. Ngayon, pag sinabon na ako, sinabihan na ako na hindi maganda itong ginawa mong ito, hindi to ideal, pag naririnig ko yan. Ang naririnig ko na ngayon is somebody, hindi na ako nakakarinig ng taong galit sa akin. Naririnig ko na is somebody who is actively saying, somebody actively cares enough to say, Ronan, I believe you can be better and I want to help you become a better person. Yun yung naririnig ko na message nila. So, kunwari sinabi nila hindi maganda yung ginawa mo. Hindi ko nasasabihin, hindi maganda yung ginawa mo. Hindi ko na ginaganon yun ngayon. I thank the person. I thank people who tell me that because people who ito mahirap itong intindihin no matter what age. But people who actively bother to tell you what's wrong with you are people who care. Sure, hurtful kasi lalong-lalo na ngayon in the times of social media may mga nagsasabi, bansot, yon, for example, yon, hurtful yon. Kasi at least i-explain nyo nga rin sa akin kung paano ka magpapatak. Diba? Pero yung mga tao, pero yung kunwari behavior mo, kinall out ka sa behavior mo, pwedeng sumama ang loob mo or pwedeng mag-introspection. Take a quiet moment kasi hindi laging maganda sa pakiramdam makarinig niyan. Hindi maganda yun. Siyempre, masakit marinig yun. Palpak. Siyempre. Nanto. Pero, take a deep breath. Walk away na muna na and then, i-absorb mo yung na kung ang tao walang pakialam sa'yo, kung ang tao hindi ka gustong mag-improve, hindi ka gustong mag-grow, hayaan ka lang nilang magkalat.
Oo.
Diba? Hayaan ka lang nila. Bayaan mo yan, masasagasaan din yan bukas.
Pero how can you say na parang that person really cares about your growth or your improvement?
So may naman, may hallmarks naman and markers kasi hindi naman lahat ng tao Kung kunwari this person gives ganito yung ginawa mo, hindi maganda kasi ganito yung expectation, and I think kailangan nating upuan, for example, para mag-guide kita kung ano sa tingin mo ang pwede nating gawin. Let's work together on this. Yan. That's a person who wants you to grow. Maybe galit siya, maybe sumisigaw siya na sinabi niya sa'yo yun. Maybe minumura ka niya kasi of course, sasubukan ko na rin. Pwede. Pero gusto ko pa rin niya mag-improve. As opposed to the person who just says, kaya mo naman yung ginagawa mo eh. Pumalpak ka, alam mong nagkamali ka sa kliyente, pero sasabihin pa rin siya, okay lang yun. Yun, himasin mo na lang, hilutin mo na lang. Pero hindi sasabihin sa'yo kung anong gagawin mo, hilutin. Literal na hihilutin mo yung kliyenteng nagkamali ka. Di ba? Parang ano ibig sabihin nun, boss? Pag hindi walang follow-up, walang that person doesn't care. That person doesn't want to, binigyan ka, sinabi lang niya na nagkamali ka na, that it ends there. Yung hindi niya pinoint out kung saan ka nagkamali. Kasi, crucial sa akin yun, na dapat i-point out sa akin kung saan ako nagkamali. Kasi, like I said, pwedeng sabihin, ang pangit ng drawing, or pwedeng sabihin, di ba? Sino na sa inyo nakarinig ng ganon? As opposed to, nakakatawa.
Ako.
Di ba? Ang daming ganyan. May mga ganyan tao. Ang pangit ng ginawa, ang pangit ng drawing, ang pangit ng cosplay, ang pangit ng effort, ang pangit ng Pero hindi sasabihin na sana nag-improve sa ganito, sana ganyan, ganito. Walang pakialam sa yun, gusto ko lang pagtawanan ng taong yun. You have to listen to the people who point out your mistakes. And even more to the people who think that they can help you fix that. And if they don't say that, ask, what can I do? Doon mo rin ulit malalaman at masasabi. Some people will tell you what you can do. Some people won't. Listen to the people who tell you what you can do.
Okay. Hindi yung lang, parang sinasabi lang yung mo. Parang pinupuna lang yung mga weakness mo, yung mga faults mo, pero wala naman.
Ending wala. Sa totoo yan, ako maturity level, bakit akala nyo ba? Ganito na ako ka-mature na for the longest time. Hindi, earlier this year, meron pa rin nag-sit down sa akin na yun ang ginawa, and hindi ko pa rin narinig yung sinabi. Introspection, sometimes it really takes a moment of quiet and sitting with yourself. And to really to really own up to yourself din na, look, I have to be able to tell kung masama ba yung intention ng tao or hindi. Kasi yun eh. You have to help yourself grow.
May tanong si Brian, what's your thought for don't trade your time for money? Ask the Byron.
Okay, so very important to na magandang tanong ito. So, may kantang Eagles dito. Oops, matanda. Alam mo yung kantang Eagles na kinukot.
Ano yun? Ang
You
alam
can
ko, Black Rose eh. Black Rose na yung alam ko eh. Ni
Ay!
Eagles.
Ay! Napakulat yung, ay! Pero, Jusera? Joke lang ah. Pero I think it was the Eagles na may kanta sila na you can spend all your time making money and you can spend all your love making time.
Okay.
Okay, so yun yung for me, don't trade your time for money. It's a very idealistic way to say things. Na, yeah, you can spend all your time making money and you can spend all your love making time. Na ang basically, huwag mong gamitin yung 100% ng oras mo na ginugugol mo para lang sa salapi. Kasi iba ang cost sa salapi, iba ang salapi sa value, iba ang pera sa kayang bilhin ng pera para sa'yo. So, for example, magtatrabaho ako. Should I trade my time and my talent to get money just to become a billionaire? Ako sasabihin ko, questionable. Questionable goal. Maybe no. Maybe that's not a goal. Hindi ko sinasabing ipokrito ako na, si bakla, ayaw yumaman. Hindi totoo yan. Gusto ko yumaman. Tumataya ako sa loto. Pero gusto ko yumaman. Pero kung yun lang ang end all and be all ng ginagawa ko, gusto ko lang magkaroon ng limpak na salapi. At the end of the day, mga kaibigan, hindi mo madadala ang pera pag ikay namatay. Ang pera, kaya marami yan. Pag ikaw nagkasakit, lapnos lahat ng pera mo. Pero, if you do trade your time for money and that money goes to improving yourself, mag-e-enroll ako sa visual communications course ni Rock, for example. Mag-e-enroll ako sa DEGAS, for example. Mag-aaral ako ng Ikebana na I've always wanted to try. Mag-aaral ako ng mag-e-enroll ako sa boxing kasi matagal ko nang gusto mag-boxing. These are worthwhile things because the money then becomes investment. Hindi siya tulog na pera, hindi siya patay na pera, hindi siya salapi, but rather investment in improving yourself. So trade your time for money that will then be folded back to you. Yes. Right? Trade your time for money just for the sake na meron kang money, bibili ka ng kotse para, ito yon. Kung bibili ka ba ng kotse dahil makakatulong sa iyon, kaya mong ipag-drive ang sarili mo, kaya mong ipag-drive yung crush mo, na para maging girlfriend or boyfriend mo, or gusto mo, o nagda-drive ka ba, gusto mo bumili ng kotse para lahat ng madaanan mo sasabihin, wow, idol, big time. Paglabas mo lahat ng mga tambay, tinatawag kang amo, ginaganon-ganon, hindi himas-himas yung kotse. Diba? Maybe one of them is more valuable than the other. Kasi unavoidable sa atin to trade our time for money, to trade our time for resources, to trade our time for goods, because that's literally how we survive as a species. Cooperation yun eh. Yun yung ng cooperation. But yun nga, if you're gonna trade your time for money, make sure that it's going to be a worthwhile investment.
Yeah. Agree. Talagang parang dapat worth it yung you're going to trade your time na. Ito ang lalim talaga magtanong nitong si Brian minsan eh.
Kaya nga pinagpapawisan na nga ako eh. Pakintab na ng pakintab yung ulo ko.
Siguro mga last 2 questions na lang tapos we can go na.
Yeah.
Pero ito, when discussing the concept of becoming a better person, transformation is a fun word, but it's hard to do. Would you like to share any personal insights or words of encouragement for our fellow artists who might be struggling on their own transformative journey?
Sure. Tama. Yeah, may masasabi ako dyan to encourage you guys. One of the things na sinasabi ko as an artist is, alam niyo ba ng artist dapat physically fit? Yun yung sinasabi ko. Dapat kung artist ka, nag-workout ka, nag-exercise ka, meron ka sport, meron ka ano, so, natatanong mo, kinalaman mo sa pagiging artist.
Yan pala yung tatanong ko sa'yo. May tanong ko sa'yo yung dalawa. Last two questions ko na lang. Okay.
Sige. So pasok tayo dun sa ano, it's hard to do. Mayroong hirap mag-transform, di ba? So personal insight ko kasi dyan, totoo, wala nang mas hihirap pa kundi kalabanin ang sarili. Dahil ang sarili mo will always have the best reasons around what you want to do.
Reasons or excuses?
Call them reasons, call them excuses. End of the day, they are what they are. They will stop you.
Okay.
Diba? Ano naman yun? There's no difference kasi kahit damitan ko, excuses. Pero kahit damitan kong reasons, sabihin ko, hindi ako mag-workout today kasi pagod na pagod ako. Hindi kong ginawa sa work. Totoo naman di ba? Reason naman yun eh. It's an excuse, yes. End of the day, hindi ako nag-workout. Ano doon. And alam mo yun, sasabihin ko, dapat i-think of the future. The future is hypothetical, guys. The future is hypothetical. Pwedeng sabihin mong, gusto mong ma-atake ka at the age of 45. Sige, pero sasabihin mo, tangina, 37 pa lang naman ako eh. Di pa ako, may bukas pa. Promise, bukas. Bukas mag-workout ako. And then you find yourself 2 years later.
Di pa rin.
Di pa rin. Kasi transformation ano yan eh. Iniisip mo, gagawin ko. Huwag mo isipin gagawin ko. Gawin mo lang. Yun kasi yung problema doon. Again, like in drawing, lahat ng tao, pag pupunta sa gym, gusto mag-bench press ng 350 pounds.
Okay.
Strong, bro! Lahat gusto nagba-hammer curl nagba-bicep curls ng 150 pounds per hour. Lahat gusto magkaroon ng 25-inch guns, all muscle, baby. 8-pack abs. Walang nag-iisip na kung nag-squats ka ng 8 beses, 3 reps, at hanggang dun lang yung nagawa mo, nag-workout ka pa rin. Nobody wants to work out. Everybody wants to be muscular and lean and fit and sexy. If you want, transformation is a fun word, yes. Sexy is a fun word. But it's hard to do, yes. Words of encouragement ko, do what you can with what time and energy you have. You can't draw 2 hours, draw 15 minutes. You can't draw 15 minutes, draw 5.
You can't draw 5 minutes?
Draw 1 circle.
Kala ko get lost.
Walang get dito. Sabihin natin, nag-drawing ka, end of the day, magkumustahan tayo. Ronan, anong drawing mo? 50 bilog. Ikaw, anong drawing mo? 1 bilog. Pareho tayo mag-drawing.
Okay.
Diba? Kesa naman yung magkumustahan tayo. Ronan, ilang bilogan na drawing mo? Naka-10 bilog ako ngayon. Ikaw, ilang bilog ang drawing mo? Wala akong time eh. Bukas, gagawa na lang ako ng 20. Hahabol na lang ako. Boom. Do it. Just do it. Pasintabi po dun sa kumpanya Swoosh, pero
talaga eh. Yun naman talaga eh.
Yun naman
Just
talaga
do
eh.
it.
Just do it.
May maganda sinabi si John. I think becoming a better person, skill and talent-wise, is easier than becoming a better person, character-wise. Tama. Most especially people have anxieties and depressive disorders. But physical activities will really help out. Tama.
Tama. Totoo. Very true. Very, very, very true.
Kasi ako pag tumatakbo ako,
Mhm.
Parang sobrang nakiklear yung mind ko, ang dami kong ideas, nare-relax ako, parang may happy hormones.
Yeah.
Yun yung
Kasi
nakikita ko pag
totoo yun. If anything, endorphins. Endorphins will always do the trick. I'm not saying that always rely on endorphins kasi baka maya-maya, baka meron namang dyan na, paano kung hindi na ako nakaka-happy dito sa ginagawa ko, bakit ko pa ginagawa? It's not that. It's still a quiet moment of introspection where you're left alone with your own thoughts. Do not be afraid to face yourself.
Kasi minsan parang instead of just staying parang mahiga ka or parang madidepress ka and all, ang suggestion ko lang, instead of just do it, just move.
Just
Parang,
move.
Kasi parang nakakatulong talaga siya. Lalo na sa parang, I'm sure mga artists kasi mahilig talaga mag-isip, mag-analyze. So instead of being depressed, na lang, tumakbo kayo, mag-workout.
Yeah, do something. Kasi, real mental health issues, they're very they're very complex things. They're very complex. End of the day kasi, what Cap and I can only do is to give suggestions of what you can do. Because at the end of the day kasi, sometimes you have the best thing that you can do is to count the W's in your life. The wins, no matter how big or how small that is. A W is a W, a win is a win. Take it. If hindi ka nga hindi mo na gawa ito, hindi mo na gawa yon, you still feel bad, you still feel off because you have a mental health issue. Yeah, we acknowledge that. But also, you have to also see for yourself that you're more than just someone who is sick. You're more than someone who has an ailment, an illness. You also have to see yourself as a person who can still do things despite the illnesses. Dapat mo makita yung nakikita rin namin na we see a winner, It doesn't always feel like that, guys. It doesn't always feel like you're winning all the time. But that doesn't mean that you're not a winner. That only means that maybe you have expectations then for yourself na medyo mahirap din because time is a very important and crucial thing.
Last question. Ito, gusto ko to laging tinatanong sa mga guest ko eh. Do you read books?
I do.
Can you name, top 3 na lang kasi baka masyado mahaba yung top 5. Top 3 books.
Top 3 books na last na nabasa ko.
Or favorite. Top 3 favorite books.
Top 3 favorite books. Lord of the Rings, yung trilogy. Pero syempre, sasama na rin natin yung The Hobbit doon para The Lord of the Rings because it's always a feel-good read for me. American Gods ni Neil Gaiman and yung kaakibat Anansi Boys, again by Neil Gaiman, because it will give you a perspective on guys, just read it and you'll see what I mean. Now, sometimes belief is the biggest thing that will drive us and keep us alive. And I guess yung mga libro ni Terry Pratchett, yung Discworld series niya.
Hindi ako familiar. Hindi ako familiar dun
Hardcore nerdage. So if you're not a nerd, kung pinapansin ka ng crush mo nung high school, probably hindi mo alam itong mga books.
Okay.
Pero hindi ako pinapansin ng crush ko eh. Pero I would recommend that the Discworld series, especially the part na may yung Vimes theory of boots and economic standing ba yun? Basta the Vimes theory. Nandun yung yun. But basically, they're fantasy books. Kung napansin nyo, puro mga fantasy books. Mga fantasy, mga alam ni Ronan na mga libro. But yeah, yun yung mga favorite ko. Crazy Rich Asians, pero number 4 na yun eh.
Crazy
Crazy Rich Asians.
Talaga? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nalimutan ko yung tatanong ko about sa book na mention mo eh. Nalimutan ko.
Okay, Lord of the Rings,
Ayun. About Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Nabasa ko kasi yung The Hobbit
Mhm.
and then napanood ko yung Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Nung binasa ko after kong panoorin yung Lord of the Rings, para akong nawala ng ganang basahin kasi ibang-iba. So,
Mhm.
ganun yung nangyari sa akin. Pero gustong-gusto ko yung The Hobbit.
Yes.
Hindi ko na tinuloy yung Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Hindi ko na natuloy yung libro.
Pag nakita mo na pag nakita mo na yung scene, iba yung experience ng cinematic experience dun sa book experience. Totoo yun.
Pero comparing it to, let's say, Harry Potter,
Mhm.
ayun, talagang binasa ko muna yun eh. Parang nakilang beses nga akong basahin yun. Tapos, nung napanood ko yung movie, wow, okay.
It's come alive. Ganon, di ba? Yeah.
Yun lang.
Ano
So,
ba?
mas gusto ko nababasa muna before panoorin.
Yes.
Ako, for me.
In general, mas magandang basahin mo muna bago mo panoorin. Although depende rin kasi sa tao. May mga tao na wala pakialam eh.
So, Ronan,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you very much.
Thank you
It's
for
an
having
honor.
me.
It's an honor na guest
Likewise.
kita sa podcast ko. Pero before I let you go, any message sa mga viewers?
Message to the viewers. Okay, I want to I actually do have I also want to use Caps, yung sinabi ni Cap kanina na the power of 3. Na when it comes to continuous improvement and practice as a person, okay? So why should you always be seeking continuous improvement and practice, especially yung practice na part Number one kasi is I always believe that practice fosters discipline. A lot of people would think na you need to be disciplined to practice, but that's not entirely true. You actually have to go and do the practice. You actually have to go and practice the discipline. Diba? Go and do it until it becomes a habit. Then people will say, that guy, that lady has discipline. Wow, he can stick to it. Wow, she can stick to it. Disciplinado. And it sounds good. It feels good to be told that you're disciplined. But in fact, it's really just practicing. It's not even practicing every day. Like I said, 15 minutes. Can't draw 15 minutes. 5 minutes. Practice. Continuous improvement and practice helps you find the love in what you do. Yan eh. Kasi marami sa atin ang nasa trabaho na hindi natin necessarily gusto. We can't necessarily find the joy in what we do. And even if we did love it, we find that it's not exactly how we imagined it to be. And we fall out of love for it. Or out of love with it. But you have to understand that there's a difference between being attracted to a job and loving a job. And when you continuously practice and you improve on a job, you find your love for it. Not because you love a job, but because you find the reason why you do things. Usually it's a person behind that job. It's a person who benefits from what you do. So, ang kaakibat nun din, of course, is you also have to find your customers and they have to know how you're helping them. Okay? And one of the last is it helps you define your identity as a person. Then, okay, dito mo malalaman kung anong tao ka. Kasi what you do is part of your personality. It's part of the definition of who you are as a person. So if you're continuously practicing something and if you're continuously trying to improve on yourself, even if it's not great leaps and bounds, you learn things about yourself. Magaling pala ako dito. Hindi pala ako ganun kagaling dito. May mentors pala dito na pwede kong tanungin to improve myself. Right? You get to know yourself, and when you get to know yourself, ika nga ni Sun Tzu, diba? Know yourself Ano yun? Know your enemy. But basically, yung know your enemy.
Meron ako dito. Gusto mo?
Sige nga, please. Pakibuklat nga dahil lakas ng loob makakotor. Ika nga ni Sun Tzu.
Ano ba yun? Ano ba number yun? Know your...
Hindi ko maalam pero yung know your battle, know your enemy and know yourself. There it is, the art of war ni Sun Tzu.
Wait lang baka hindi ko mahanap. Wala.
Is it not number 4? Or invento ba ako? Alam ko invento ako eh. Makakuha ako, kala mo nagbasa.
Playing, wala, hindi ko alam eh. Balikan na lang natin siguro.
Balikan na lang natin. This is going to be a great post, by the way, once we've done the research. But yun nga, know yourself. Knowing yourself will help you win the battles in your life. Kasi when you know yourself, you know your strengths and your weaknesses and you're honest about it, then you can actually go and ask for what help you need when you need it. So yun.
Thank you Ronan. Before you go, sabi lang ni wait, nasa na ba yung sabi niya? Meron din ako from the Queen of... Ganda ng cap ni Sir Ronan. Pareho kami. Hindi ko lang ginamit ngayon. Ayan, so Ronan, sorry, ano yan?
Actually, ako rin yung gap na caps ko. As much as possible, hindi ko rin gusto ginagamit kasi napaka-fancy niya, napaka-special niya na cap. Ayokong
ganda dito talaga
Di ba? Parang after every time isuot ko to, wina-wipes ko to sa loob kasi alam mo yun, ayoko. Precious.
Okay.
Precious.
Oo nga, ganda. Thank you, Aiza. Thank you, Queen of Gap. Ay! Ano pala? May podcast kayo bukas.
Yeah, we do. Hi Shell. So, shout out, hi Shell. Isa sa mga dati ko naging students.
Okay. Kaya pala.
Si Rochelle. One of the most sa mga hindi nakakaalam. Actually, naka-collab ko na siya sa isang work for a client.
Okay.
Actually, we've already collabed and you know what? That was a hit. Tuwan-tuwa yung kliyente dun sa ginawa kasi sinabi dun sa kliyente gawin niyo ng floral yung logo namin. Si Amy. Shell ako na Shell. Si Amy ang naka-figure. She's the one who cracked the code kung paano gagawin yan.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well,
So may rin pala kami, meron not really a podcast, more like a chismisan, a chikahan. Let's call it a creative chismisan every Mari Tuesdays.
Mari Tuesday, tama, ganda.
And dahil tayo sa mga members, alam ko, members ng GAP and members ng PGA, may overlap tayo. And kung yung mga hindi pa overlap, you might want to join that overlap because one big community rin lang naman tayo. But yeah, if you want to join us then to make chika, maritesan at chismisan at mga blind item dahil of course may blind items kami na hot goss tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about the artists na hindi humihingi ng down payment.
Okay. Sakto sa shirt ni Junar.
Ganun nga. Tuwan-tuwa ako doon sa t-shirt na 50%. Guys, 50%. Hi, oh my God. Meron tayo. We're going to be talking tomorrow. So tomorrow at 8 p.m., join din kayo. I think Cap will try to be there then. So,
may kimarites ako doon.
Yeah.
So, before, ito pala, kakatuwa, naalala pa ako ni Sir.
Of course.
Ayun. Kami rin pala, this Thursday, sa PGA Boys Night Out, anniversary, so 11th anniversary celebration, we'll be giving raffle prizes. So please watch and please join us sa 11th anniversary celebration. And lastly, Kasi ang goal ko talaga, objective ko every podcast is to learn from our guests. And ngayon, sabi mo nga, power of three, I came up with 3 takeaways sa conversation natin. So unang-una, practice kahit 15 minutes a day para mag-improve ka. And also, listen to those who care about your growth. Yun na nga, parang natuwa ako kay Ronan na naalala na yung suggestion ko na 3 points and then elaborate. And then sa mga listen to those who care about your growth nga, para malaman mo na talagang they care about you and they know what they're talking about, ask what you can do. Kasi kung wala silang masabi, ibig sabihin, baka mema lang sila.
Mema lang yun.
And then, trade your time for money. Yes, sabi niya, he agrees with that. Pero, use your money to improve and learn. Kasi the money becomes investment in your improvement. And lastly, count your W's. A win is a win and take it. So guys, see you next week because together, let's uncap our potential. Have a great evening. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
We are DEGAS, and we are a school for digital entertainment and gaming arts. We offer an off-school, long-term, structured learning program that promotes continuous and progressive skill development with drawing as a medium. Beyond the structured learning program, we want to develop and nurture the natural inquisitiveness, creativity, and capacity to collaborate in all our students through consistent and constant exploration of new ideas and methods. This is our mission, to nurture the crucial life skills that will determine success. We talked to people young and old, and they told the same story. As children, our interests lay in playing games with stories that unfold as we go along, with friends and with dolls and action figures. We made things with building bricks. We loved drawing. But over time, these disappeared from our lives because they were not encouraged, guided, or nurtured. After we graduate, we realized that these interests and activities are the expressions of creativity, initiative, curiosity, fearlessness, collaboration, and imagination. These are all key elements to success, ones that companies look for in their employees. These are the elements that we have incorporated in the structured learning program of DEGAS. By guiding students in art, we mean to enable everyone to start exploring, to ask questions about pursuits and disciplines like visual arts, graphic design, animation, and storytelling. We do this by providing the structured program. Gabais, the mentors in the art journey of a student, will provide the technical art skills and the game activities that students will tackle as teens. What they learn from the gabay, they will have to apply in the games that will have them solving challenges. The workbooks in turn will allow students to practice these skills at home on their own pace and time.
Art is our medium, but beyond art, we use the elements of success to steer the development of our students into what matters the most, becoming happy, well-adjusted, and holistic people.
That is who DEGAS, the Digital Entertainment and Gaming Art School is. A fun way to nurture crucial life skills through a structured learning of art.
Yes! Yes! Sheesh! Ang galing ko talaga. Champion na naman.
Galing mo ah!
Ang angas kasi na itong bagong MSI laptop ko, kuya. Feel ko, andun talaga ako sa game.
Sus! Wala sa pana yan, nasa Indian yan.
Ha? Sige nga. Try mo.
Sige nga.
Sabi sa'yo eh.